who's been all over the place.
All world.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing just fine. A little out of breath right now. Seems like I was over there.
Well, I know as a guy who's been with this organization and kind of an ambassador role and kind of someone who really gets out there to the fans. You see these fans out here today, and you are in a situation where, you wonder, all these people are out here to see a team that won 10 games last year. Does that show the excitement level for what this team has been building towards?
Well, I'll tell you the truth. I feel real good about what's happening right now. I've been coming here now since this has been started. Allen Iverson was the last time we had a whole lot of fun here. And people just come out by the goo-gobs. Now you can, and within the last, say, 6 years, it hasn't been like this, But I came through today. I couldn't find a parking spot. I had to park on the beach and swim all the way over here. You know what I mean? It was like unbelievable. but really, all seriousness, the crowd was around the corner. All the way around the corner. So it was unbelievable.
And that leads me to ask you, of the names that we haven't seen yet, so there's Ben Simmons, there's Joel Embiid, there's Dario Saric. Of some of these names, who are you most excited to see in a Sixers uniform and doing their thing?
Joel Embiid. This man is like, I watched him go through his rehabilitation. I watched him play. He reminds me of a baby Akeem Olajuwon.
Wow.
A baby Akeem. I mean, he has the footwork of a guard. He can jump out the building.
That footwork's key with his foot problem.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty good. And right now he's feeling no pain at all. He's been having full workouts, practicing full court games. He's blocking shots. He's hitting the jump shots. And when he wants to get mad, that's what I like about him. He got elbowed in the chest. And, normally a guy, if you get elbowed in the chest, he back down a little bit. He gives it back.
Coach Brown the other day on the show called him an elite competitor. Said he's an elite competitor, meaning if the game's a 7, he wants to win. If the clock is he said he's never seen a guy with that kind of competitiveness for someone who's never even played in a game before.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. His confidence level is off the chart. No matter what. Here I am. I know I am a shooter. And I can shoot the basketball still, just shooting. I'm not running around catching nobody, but I can flat out play a horse game with you. And he challenged me. He said, "World, I'm going to beat you in a horse game." I'm saying, "You're not going to beat me in a horse game." I said, "Look, let me tell you something, Joel. I don't want to shake your confidence right now. You got everything going well."
I don't want to rattle you.
Yeah. Just let this old guy do something to you back here. But he's a very, very nice man, and he wants to learn the game. And that's what I like about him.
Yeah. World, you just said that you're a shooter. Obviously, that's something you did in your playing career and something you can obviously still do now. So I want to ask you about another one of the guys, Ben Simmons. As a guy who, made a living shooting the ball, playing point guard, playing shooting guard, what do you think some of the guys on the Sixers now should be excited to play with a guy like Simmons who can, create opportunities, create shots for guys, make plays for teammates? It's something the Sixers haven't had. So, how excited should some of the guys, that are camping out around the perimeter, should they be to play with a guy like Ben that can get everyone involved and create opportunities?
Well, those guys should be not even excited. They should go ahead and drive Ben to the games. Make sure he gets there. You know what I mean? Because now this man has eyes behind his head, a baby Magic Johnson right now. Baby Magic Johnson right now. And what he does, he can hit the open man, but we got to find the guys that can really bury those shots. And like Covington, a great shooter. Now he's going to benefit more by Ben being here because now he don't have to worry about dribbling the ball trying to get his shot. Now Ben can go ahead and say, "Cub, you stand over here, bam, we got you.
I'll get you a look."
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, and as you said, you were a great shooter. I talked to Coach Brown the other day. Now he said that Ben, I asked him, what has he been doing since the summer league? And he said we got him a shooting coach, and he's really made strides. Do you think he has it in him to be a good shooter, to be a good NBA shooter, or is he going to be a guy who's going to have to do more creating, taking the ball to the basket, or is he eventually, do you think he's got it in him to be a good shooter?
Well, the thing is with that is that, look, I played with Magic Johnson when Magic Johnson first came into the league, and Magic Johnson was not a great shooter, He wasn't really a good shooter. He was tall. He can penetrate and get to the rim and do things like Ben Simmons. Once Magic stayed on his game, started working on that little set hand push shot. I call it the all ugly shot. And once he started working on that, he became a superstar. So Ben Simmons has a little hitch in his shot. Something that could be changed. But and Brett Brown knows what he's doing. He's a player's coach. And one thing about him, he'll get him to change his shot up. But the thing about a player and their shots, some players just can't shoot. No matter what you do with it.
Pete.
I can't shoot, but I can ask questions. That's why I went into this business, right? He talked about a shooting coach. You say some players just can't shoot. It makes me think of Herb McGee. It makes me think of Buzz Brayman.
Right.
Guys that would train like these world-conditioned athletes to then maybe learn how to shoot the basketball. Is that a dying art in the NBA, and do you really still? Do you need it? Do you need the ability to shoot?
Well, I believe it's not a dying art, but it's up to the player to go ahead and try to make that change after doing something for 19, 20 years now that they've been playing basketball. I believe that if you put enough work into it, you can get better. We don't need him to be a knockdown 3-point shooter. We need him to hit those open foul line jump shots somewhere around the key area. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just stay within your game, and then that's when you get better. But when you're trying to do something that a player can't do,
right?
You're looking for trouble. You're looking to mess that player up.
World, what kind of expectations you have for the team this year? Obviously, a huge infusion of talent from last year to this year. A lot of new pieces, but a lot of young, inexperienced guys. So what do you think expectations should be for the team in this first year as they're kind of coming together?
Well, what I'm looking at with what we have, because we have so many bigs, we have more bigs in the whole league now when we was looking for bigs. So what I feel that if we can get to at least win about I'm looking at 30 games. That's a stretch, but I'm looking at it. If we can get a nice point guard in here, to go ahead and develop these guys, and being that we got one person coming from Puerto Rico, that he's a veteran, so he know how to go ahead and just get these guys in the right place, the right positions, and teach them as you're going along. What they need now with the young players, you need a veteran presence in there. Elton Brand is in there. You need to bring guys back. They don't have to play, but just have them in there practicing. You need the young with the old. In order for these guys to teach it, but somebody that can play, so these guys feel relative about you better. Like, yo, you get me out here, I'm gonna bust you up. An old head to say that to you. You know what I mean? Young boy, start learning that.
Are you trying to make a comeback?
Huh?
You trying to make a comeback?
I told you I'm a horse player.
Right.
Did
you play that game of horse, Joel? Did you play that game?
No.
And if so, who won?
No, I didn't play that game. And every day we talk about it because I'm like,
we want to be there when that game happens.
With Embiid on the block and Simmons' playmaking ability, you don't have to move. You sit in the corner.
Just
kind of sit there.
Look, if I played with Ben Simmons and watching him and what he can do with the basketball, I would be one of those guys, like you said. You wouldn't have to move. I'll get in the open spot and stay there.
Can he play, in your opinion, can he play NBA point guard?
With the point guard now, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
he's smart enough, too.
I want to know what happened to the watch I gave you. You're not wearing my watch.
Oh, well, I'm not wearing any watch right now.
It would have got wet on the swim over.
Yeah, well, that's true. It wasn't waterproof anyway.
World
Peace so much.
Way to go, guys.
Celebrity bartending as well inside of Jack's Place.